we have data evidence that is relevant from the policy point of view, but is not technically rigorous. So that is the case where the evidence will be used because it's policy relevant, but is not technically rigorous. So the quality challenge is to find where we have a technically rigorous and policy relevant evidence. So it's really to try to focus on that flashing part of the screen. And here is where comes country-led M&E systems. Country-led M&E system can be a strategy to match the technical rigor with policy relevance, because being country-led is that the stakeholders in the countries are the ones that decide about, for example, the evaluation questions. Because we know that if we have better evidence, then we will have better policies, and finally better development results. That is what all of us want. So, what do we mean by country-led M&E system? Well, it's when the countries and not the donors or external stakeholders lead and own the evaluation process by determining what policy or program will be evaluated, including the donor coordination and donor alignment towards the national development strategies. And I can assure you that this is quite interesting. When we were calling out a joint country-led evaluation with the government of Bosnia and Herzegovina, I was helping the UNICEF office to come up with a TOR. When the government came with their own TOR, the evaluation question were, I can assure you, pretty different, because they were interested to know something that is different from what we wanted to know. So it's the country that decides what evaluation question will be asked, what methods will be used, what analytical approach will be undertaken, and how findings will be communicated, and therefore how findings will be used. Just the last comments, country-led does not mean only governments. And we have a very big opportunity in the last years, because within the civil society, we have the professional evaluation organization that rose from 15 to over 70 in a decade. And we have two major development evaluation associations that were IDEAS, all of you know it, and also IOCE, and today we have the big honor to have the president of IOCE here in the panel. And IOCE is the federation of the Global Federation of National and Regional Evaluation Associations and Societies. Then we have regional level association, sub-regional, national, and in some countries even sub-national associations. And they have for sure an important role to play in the country-led M&E system, and I'm sure that Omul will talk more about that later on. So the entire principle of country-led M&E system is within and is in accordance with the Paris Declaration. That, as you know, the Paris Declaration talks about 5 principles: managing for results, mutual accountability, harmonization, alignment, and ownership. And when it comes to ownership, partner countries committed themselves to exercise leadership in developing and implementing their national development strategies. And donors committed themselves to respect partner countries' leadership and help strengthen their capacity to exercise it. So what are the implications to the M&E function? Well, mainly that there is a commitment to strengthen and use the country M&E system to the maximum extent as possible, and during the debate we will talk about the implication for this. And there is obviously a need to strengthen the capacity, national capacity on M&E. So, I don't want to take too much time for the introduction. I would like just to end here posing 2 questions. If in principle many people agree on the importance of having country-led M&E system, then on your view and experience, what are the challenges to implement country-led M&E system? What are the perceived risks by the partner countries and by donor on country-led M&E systems? And what are the way forward? What are the role of national, regional, international evaluation organizations such as IDEAS, for example, or also international agencies?